I genuinely do not understand this at all whatsoever. Do you understand this?
So you mean to tell me that these two big old hardback women, as we say in Barbados, these two long-time casting couch surfers are here trying to play games? Well, we can play games too. These two absolute narcissists think they are being cute and girly. Gotcha! You thought we were beefing, but we're really not. So how all of this started? By the way, welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Gwyneth Paltrow. Let's get into this. So how this all started was that the attention-seeking vaginal candle specialist, Gwyneth Paltrow, decided to jump up on Instagram and answer some questions, any questions that you all have. I do think you know about her brand Goop. She also has a podcast, Gwyneth does, and she's just trying to keep it going as much as she can because also her business is tanking. Funny that, right? So here she is teaming up with Meghan Markle. So she starts out this Instagram post saying, ask me a question. People start asking. By people, I mean her bots. But anyway, are you coming back to MCU? Be honest. At this point, I would have probably asked Gwyneth, did you really push that old man off the ski slope? Be honest. Because that's the last time we saw Gwyneth was when she was in that court case lawsuit as to whether or not she injured this man on a ski slope. There were a lot of people who thought she did. Anyways, nobody asked that, of course, because it's all been curated and orchestrated, as we now find out. When is Goop coming to Mexico? And she says, we just launched in Mexico. Okay. Another question. Funny enough, it has to do with her business. New episode to the podcast, question mark? And she said, new episode out now. Like it's not on anybody's radar that she's putting out episodes. Interesting, right? And then the pièce de résistance. The question. Are you comprehending the Meghan Markle beef that social media says you two have? And then the camera pans to Meghan Markle, who is sitting up there in some kind of weird yoga pose. This woman could not have been in the royal family, right? No class. Even the way she eats is irritating. I'm gonna be honest. Girl, bye. The Moaning Markles has put this up on Instagram with R.I.P. Gwyneth Paltrow, you've been Markled. You're so stupid. Why would you do that to yourself? And maybe it's because Gwyneth Paltrow has a lot more in common with Meghan Markle than you might think. I remember when she tried to claim Barbados as her heritage.
My mother at some point mentioned that somebody on her father's side was from Barbados.
She said that she had some old-time relative that came in colonialism to Barbados, a woman by herself, forging her own way. Girl, I hope you know that your relative was working the night shift if she came to Barbados in those old-time days by herself.
I wouldn't let my two daughters get onto a ship alone with a bunch of men.
Oh, okay. She does know. Anyhow, I was convinced that Meghan Markle would copy some kind of heritage thing because at the time we were following how Meghan Markle was following the blueprint of Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop, trying to merge everything under the sun. And the next thing you knew, girl, she rocked up in Nigeria with her 43%. Hello? But I just want to say that both of them are culture vultures. They both hang on to whatever they can. I think Gwyneth just liked Barbados as everyone should. And she was like, you know something, I can do a whole documentary on myself, which no one asked for. Gwyneth did a whole documentary on her own goddamn self that nobody cared about. And was like, Barbados, that's where I actually come from. And I was like, girl, say what? But anyhow, she went to the archives and found her whoring relative, and oh, it is what it is. But all I'm saying is they are two peas in a pod. So don't be surprised when you see Meghan pop up on the radar. Now, why was this whole pie thing done? Why Meghan is eating the apple pie so disgustingly is because it's a clapback to something that Gwyneth Paltrow said. Gwyneth Paltrow said, "I don't know Meghan and Harry." This is to Vanity Fair, she said this. "I mean, I've met Meghan, who seems really lovely, but I don't know her at all. Maybe I'll try to get through her security detail and bring them a pie." And everyone thought she was shading Meghan, like Meghan has all the security, even A-listers like Gwyneth can't get through it, but if she could, she would just give her a wee pie. And everyone went off, "Oh, Gwyneth is the best. She's telling Meghan off." But to be honest with you, I was very suspicious about that because I know that Gwyneth is very problematic. She doesn't seem to like the monarchy. I don't know if it's because Chris Martin, her ex, is from England. I'm not sure what's going on in her head. But now we know what it's all about. It's about the two of them sitting down there looking crazy, sharing a pie, pretending to answer questions that nobody asked. Did somebody say WME? I'm sure Meghan's PR and Gwyneth's PR got together and planned all of this nonsense. I just wanted to make sure to cover the second social media clapback by Meghan in the space of a week. The first was from Amanda Hirsch, the recipient of the royal letter from Meghan. And now we have Gwyneth Paltrow, who will be added to Meghan's damage control campaign. And also will be added to the list of those who have been markled. This is just the latest in Meghan Markle's blunders this week. I decided to start from now and go backwards, but I have a new video coming out, so don't forget to follow me and subscribe to my channel so you can see the next video, which is all encompassing of all of her media blunders. Love you all so much, and you know that. Bye!
Bye.